Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be going over a trade I took on Tesla. So let's dive into that some. Let me just pull everything up here on my other screen. So on Tesla, we've been watching this for a while now on the daily chart. We had this wedge form here that we've talked about for a while now. We broke out, got rejected at 700. Started to form a flag here, broke out again, it got rejected at 700. Came all the way back down, and we just been kind of chopping around here. Had a massive green candle last Thursday, broke out of this wedge here to the upside, got rejected up close to 700 there. 700 is a very key level that we've been talking about for a while now. Just being it's a whole number makes it key as well, just at psychological resistance. So we were ready to trade this today. So here's kind of my thought process behind this. We wanted to play a 700 break, but we pushed up during pre-market when we broke 700, and we were kind of chopping around here. So we had a pre-market resistance at 705. So essentially what we were looking for was a break above 705. And yeah, basically, what we're watching here is for candles to go up, break 705, and then we enter calls. So that's what I did, was waited for the break and entered 710 calls that expire this week. I entered about right, let me put a little arrow here. I entered about right here before the break of 705. We got a big pop up and contracts were already up huge at that point. I held because I didn't want to sell, so I kind of moved my stop to 705, and I said if it broke back below 705 that I'd get out. And I held, we're kind of chopping around here, pushed up here and got rejected here, and then I got out once I saw this was pulling back. So I got out right around here. So got in here, got out here. Obviously we ended up pushing up the rest of the day and saw a much bigger move, but I'm a scalper. I take the big move, or I take the quick move and just get out, and I can look to re-enter. I did actually re-enter right here and scalp this up here, but nothing crazy there. That was just a small $100 win, and then this was a $300 some win right here. So overall, it was a really good day on Tesla. Just a massive push up, and we knew it would do this when it broke 700. So right now, I can go over kind of stocks I'm watching into the day tomorrow. So I'm gonna start on the top of my watch list and just kind of go over the main things I'm watching. mRNA, we were watching this one at market open and it faked out. We couldn't get a candle to close above the pre-market high here at 364. So probably gonna wait to enter this above 366. We saw like a ascending triangle here, and we thought it would break out, but it kind of came back down today, so it's not super valid. So we got to wait for that 366 break on this. So I'll definitely keep it on the watch list for tomorrow. So let's see here. Next thing I'm watching tomorrow is Apple. We're still keeping our eyes on this. We're waiting for that 150 break. I don't think that's gonna break tomorrow, actually. So AMD had a crazy move up again today. This thing's just been an absolute monster. We entered down here for a swing, and I think we hit 500% today on that swing, and we're still holding on. So broke above that pre-market high. Another great day trading opportunity if anyone took that. And now tomorrow we can look to trade this above 110. If it can hold above 110, it looks really nice to go all the way up to 111 and then 112. So definitely be watching AMD. This thing's been a monster. So the main stock I'm going to be watching tomorrow is going to be NVIDIA. NVIDIA, if you look here on the daily chart, or sorry, on the 4-hour chart, we were in this wedge form here. We broke out to the upside here, but now we need to break that whole number at 200 to continue up to the upside. So tomorrow I'm going to be watching this for the break of 200. It got pretty close today and then pulled back down. So let's see if we can like see a gap up overnight, and from there we can break 200 and enter calls on that. So this is like the main play that I'm watching tomorrow. Next thing I'm watching tomorrow is Snow. I know I got burned on this last week, but I do think this play is valid. We just need to break 275. So the earliest I would enter this is the 274.50. I would get in on an early entry and then run a really tight stop and then add above 275. So let's see where this thing heads. But yeah, wait for that 275 break on this so you don't get faked out. Amazon, you know, this thing's still just hanging out. It's kind of hanging stagnant. Not really watching it unless it can break 3,300 or if it can break out to the upside and fill this gap up. So, and then the last thing we're watching tomorrow is Tesla. So this thing could 100% continue to move. Key level I'm watching is just this high of daybreak here. 726.94 is what I'm watching for the break here. I'm gonna get rid of this arrow. Yeah, Tesla likes to run when it gets above here. I could see it pushing all the way up to 800 now. I'd be totally fine if it breathed a bit in here and then we saw it break out later in the week above, you know, 730 and continue to the upside. But definitely keep an eye on this. Like when this thing's strong, it likes to push extremely quick. And a lot of people are watching this 700 level. So definitely keep an eye on it. So this was such a good play today. Like we played this super nicely. You know, obviously we came out with over 400 bucks on the day, but definitely could have been a couple $1,000 day. But I'm a scalper, not a day trader. So I just like to stick with my style and not try to change things up. I just like to do what works. So let's just continue to stay consistent. The one thing I wanted to kind of talk about today is just, you know, the power of making a plan, especially as a scalper. You know, scalpers need to make moves quick. They need to make moves extremely quick. They need to act fast on their feet, and they need to be ready to take action. There can't be any leg to it because a couple seconds could allow you to miss the move and to miss that entry. So it's super important as, you know, a trader, any trader, to be good at putting a plan together. And let's take Tesla for an example here. Like this has been hanging out here and we've been waiting for the 700 break this entire time, weeks on end. So essentially we woke up today knowing all we had to do was take action above 700. It was above 700, so what we do is we set our resistance at pre-market high, and all we had to do is wait for that line to break, and we knew it was time to then enter calls. We didn't have to think about whether that was a good idea or not. We didn't have to think about if that was the right entry. We didn't have to think about if we were trading the right stock. We didn't have to think about if that was a good level to trade, because that was already thought through. All we had to do was take action on it. So it is just extremely important that you do your homework either the night before or the morning of, or both, like I do. And, you know, I sit down here in the morning, I eat my breakfast, and I go over charts. And I literally just say to myself, I find high probability setups, and I say to myself, if we break this line, I will enter the calls. And it keeps it simple. You know, you have to put together your execution plans, or else, you know, especially if you're a beginner trader, it's going to be hard to take action on some of these plays because you're going to fear losing money. But if you already have the plan in place, all you have to do is execute. So just keep that in mind when you're trading. You know, you can't just wake up at 10 minutes before the market opens, roll out of bed, sit down and start trading. It's important, you know, you give yourself some time. I know I wake up around 2.5 hours before market open, work out, eat breakfast, shower, all of that stuff before I even start trading. And it just kind of allows you to prepare your morning and mentally set yourself up for success. But yeah, that's like anything, you know, you just have to put together an execution plan so that way you're not running around all lost. So that's one tip I definitely have today, because if I didn't have my plan together for today, I wouldn't have caught this play, and it ended up being a beautiful play. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Another great day. Let's keep up with the consistency, It's been awesome. So see you guys tomorrow.